Thank you very much. Good morning, Chair McLean, Vice Chairs. My name is Robert Singleton, and I serve as the West Coast Director of Policy and Public Affairs at Chamber of Progress. We are a tech industry association that supports inclusive innovation. I'm here today in strong support of HB 4085, which would establish a clear statewide framework and permitting pathway for the safe deployment and operation of autonomous vehicles in Oregon. We are strong supporters of autonomous vehicles due to their significant social, economic, and environmental benefits. By reducing human error crashes, AVs have the potential to save lives and expand independence for seniors and people with disabilities across Oregon. AV deployment can also support high-quality jobs in fleet operations, maintenance, remote assistance, and related services. Finally, as Oregon works to achieve its long-term climate goals, AVs can help cut transportation emissions and address lingering transportation deserts that have no meaningful alternative to single-occupancy vehicles. Nearly 43,000 lives were lost in traffic-related fatalities in 2022 alone, according to the National Highway Safety Association, or Transportation Safety Association. Between 2019 and 2023, 2,790 people lost their lives to vehicle accidents in Oregon, 17% of which were pedestrians, and nearly 145,000 were injured. Research shows that at least 90% of car crashes are caused by human error, whether distracted driving or alcohol impairment, meaning that thousands of lives are lost each year to behavior that we already know how to stop. By removing human error from the roads, AVs can help eliminate the leading causes of crashes and fatalities. And with 127 million autonomous miles logged nationwide, some AV operators that are already reporting 90% fewer serious injury or fatal crashes when performing in a miles-to-miles comparison. AVs will also increase transportation options for communities that are currently underserved or face mobility challenges. Oregon has a growing aging population with nearly 20% of residents now identifying as seniors and one of the highest shares in the country. By 2035, economists expect Oregon will have 40% more seniors than people under the age of 18, and many more older adults may no longer be able to drive or may have to rely on others to get where they need to go. Autonomous vehicles can offer a safe, on-demand transportation option that helps seniors maintain independence and expand mobility, whether that means making doctor's appointments or getting to the pharmacy, grocery store visits, visiting loved ones, or participating in community life. And the stakes are real. Transportation barriers to medical care are a public health challenge, with nearly 70% of seniors citing a lack of transportation as barriers to their overall health. My own grandparents live with my mom in the suburban communities surrounding Sacramento. They're both in their late 70s and early 80s, and they don't feel safe driving anymore. And frankly, I don't either. And yet they still need to get to the grocery store and attend doctor's visits, as well as visiting grandchildren, of course. Having Waymo recently expand their services in this area is going to be a game changer for them, while providing peace of mind for me and the rest of my family. Additionally, for the 15% of Oregons living with disabilities who cannot drive, who are underserved by public transit, AVs can increase access to mobility. According to the Urban Institute, AVs can improve paratransit service, making them more affordable and flexible for riders because they can provide customizable curb-to-curb service. A study by the National Disability Institute found that this shift could generate an estimated 4.4 million additional jobs for people with disabilities by overcoming transportation barriers alone. So for these reasons and many others, we are proud to support HB 4085 and hope to see full deployment of autonomous vehicles in Oregon in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, Representative Gamba.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So quick question, you brought up paratransit, and I know as a former Uber driver that very often when I picked up folks who were using a walker or had some other disability, my ability to get out of the car and help them get their walker out of the back, help them get their groceries to the door, all those kinds of things were critical to them being able to function. How is Waymo going to handle that?
So I can't speak for Waymo, and I'm sure Mike would love to jump in here, but Waymo is just one of many different autonomous service providers. And so there are currently a number of different vendors providing vehicles that are purpose-driven vehicles, so built from the ground up with people with disabilities and mobility disadvantages in mind. So, and there are already some districts in California that are working with paratransit services to basically identify if we have a shuttle, how would it operate, and who are the people who would need, and what are their kind of specific tailored needs that they would need for, say, a wheelchair or a walker or those kinds of access.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Michael, did you have a question or a comment?
Is it all right if I respond on behalf of Waymo? I just wanted to address your question. So in Waymo's owned and operated markets, we do have a referral system where if somebody does need for example, wheelchair accessible ride, they're able to do that through the Waymo app, and it is a human-driven vehicle that comes out and assists with that. So that's something that we do provide from the accessibility standpoint. I think it's our intent to continue working on wheelchair accessible vehicles. We don't currently have an autonomous platform that is wheelchair accessible, but it's something that we do provide other opportunities for in our owned and operated markets. In this bill, HB 4085, it does require autonomous vehicle operators to, at minimum, provide a referral to a wheelchair accessible service or other accessibility services if the operator is not able to provide that themselves.